Hi there, I'm Melissa Galbraith, the fiber artist behind MCreativeJ. Today I'm going to show you how to create this needle weaving petal or fin kind of shape here. Needle weaving is a technique where you essentially weave with your needle and you can create all sorts of really cool different shapes here. And this one is kind of a fun fin-like shape or flower petal, whatever you want it to be here. So to start off, we will need sewing pins, and we're going to place these where we want the top of our petal to be, and they'll all kind of congregate in the bottom here at the center. So space them out a little bit and bring your point back down right next to the previous one here. We don't want the base to be too fat because otherwise it'll be pretty wide at the bottom, unless you do want a really wide one. But if you don't, we want to keep all of our pins pretty close together here, and we want to make sure to use an odd number of pins. That is the important part here. So you can see I have my 5 pins poking into the fabric. Then I will take my embroidery thread, and I'm going to start by making a short little stitch that runs across the base here. So I will just come up on one side of my pins and go across to the other side of my pins here, like so. So that is our little base for our bar. And then we're going to come up just slightly below where we brought our needle back down. So just slightly below that bar and underneath where our thread was previously. All right, now we need to make our bars that we're going to weave through. So we start by wrapping our thread around the pin, and then we're going to slide our needle underneath that thread bar we just made here and pull that on through. And then we go up to the next one and go under this thread again. And I'm using the eye of my needle to slide underneath. It's duller and will less likely to split apart your thread, so I just find it's a little easier. So we go around all of our pins here, and we want to make sure not to pull too tightly so that way this bar at the bottom doesn't warp. Just want everything to lay nice and flush. Right, one more here, up, around, and underneath. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go back down into the fabric. Then we bring our needle back up, slightly above our bar here, and now we're going to weave our thread through these strands. So I find it's helpful to flip my embroidery around here, and I'm going to use the eye of my needle to go under, over, under, over. And I might just do a couple at a time and then come back and repeat. Under, over, under, over, under, over. Pull that on through and really cinch those threads down. I like to use my finger or sometimes the eye of the needle just to kind of push them down so they're really flush, as tight as you can get it down to the bottom. Now we're going back the other way. So again, we go under, over, under, over, under. All right, let's just do a couple here. Repeat, under, making sure we're grabbing all of those strands of thread, over, under, over, under, over, and pull that back through again. And we don't want to tug too tightly because if we do, this sidebar will smush in. So we tug just enough so that it lays flush in line, and then we smush that down with our finger again, like so. And then we'll keep going as we fill this in here. So again, under, over, under, over. And the higher you get up to the wider point, the easier it is to kind of weave your needle through. I find that those more narrow sections can be a little harder. But again, we don't want to tug too tightly so we don't cinch in our petal here, but we do want to smush down our rows so they're tightly packed together. And then we go back. Just keep on weaving here. I want to make sure to grab all those strands. And I'm using 6 strands of thread because I feel like this fills in much faster. You can definitely use less if you want, but I feel like you would be weaving for quite a while if you did. And you could also change up the colors if you wanted the inside bars to be different colors than what you're weaving. You could do that too. Probably be a little easier on the eyes. Sometimes weaving in and out with the same color can be very tricky, which is also why I like to use the eye of the needle, because it's more dull, so you're less likely to split apart threads. Easier to kind of grab the threads you want as we weave in and out here. Smush those rows down. We're getting there. It's filling in. And the important part is that we don't go back through the fabric during any of this, because this stitch is detached. So you want it to stay nice and loose. And I'll show you what that means when we get to the top here. But gotta keep weaving to make it. Kind of getting to the top with those pins can also just be a little tricky because they are kind of like a raised bump, so a little hard to get over sometimes. Go. I think we might be able to do a row or two more. Let's see. Oops, don't want to tug that in too tightly. So see if we can pull that back a smidge. There we go. I think I might try to fit one more row in the top there so we don't have these little loops up there. There we go. Yep, definitely one more, maybe 2 rows. Let's see. Really want to get it as tightly packed in as we can at the top. Lengthen my tail a little bit. There we go. Let's see if we can squish one more row in here. Oh, I think so. And as you can see, when I get right up at the end here, it's sometimes easier just to do one row at a time instead of trying to weave my thread on through multiple at a time. Because when you get right up by these pins, it can be a little tricky. Come on, last row. There we go, last. All right, so we've woven all the way through. Now we get to take out the pins. There we go. And as you can see, this is detached. It moves around. So how do we get this thread tucked in? We're going to slide it down the side here. So bring your needle in through those little horizontal lines on the side, kind of weave it on through, and then we're going back down right at that side there into the fabric. And I find it's helpful to pinch our needle weaving here so we don't accidentally tug it down too tight, because we need this threaded thread to be just flush with this here and nice and loose. If it were tugged too tightly, it would like pull our petal down funky. So there we go, and then we'll just knot our thread off on the back. I just did a slip knot there, cut my thread away, and there is our needle weaving petal. This one uses 5 pins, but you could add more or less if you want it bigger or smaller. Just make sure you use an odd number. So I hope you have fun with this stitch.